Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you all coming out. My name is Investigator Tracy Lewis, Tracy Lewis. I am an investigator with the City of Atlanta Police Department Special Victims Unit, COPS Unit. That is C as in Charlie, E-O-P as in Paul, S, and the FBI Match Task Force. On February the 29th, Atlanta police officers were dispatched to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta in reference to a call of a 15-year-old female that had been reported missing, but they have recently recovered. Myself and my counterpart, Investigator Franklin, we arrived at Hughes Spalding, where we interviewed the young lady in reference to her whereabouts and what had happened with her. She was able to provide details stating that she had been trafficked. She had been reported missing back in February, and this is now when I'm sorry, she was reported missing back in December, all the way up until February. She was able to provide us names of the suspects, which were the traffickers, as well as that evening we were able to obtain the identification of one of the traffickers that was holding her. This trafficking situation was located where she was being held it was in DeKalb as well as in Atlanta. It started in DeKalb County and then she was then transported to Atlanta. During this time that she outlined everything, she identified one suspect at the moment as being Albert Wells, and she accused him of trafficking her for sexual servitude. During a forensic interview, she mentioned she was speaking to us about what was going on with her, and she was providing more information. During this interview, the forensic interviewer found out that she remembered a case where she interviewed another young lady who was also a trafficking victim, and she was able to link these two cases together. She then in turn got me in contact with Detective Benton and Detective Marison with the DeKalb County DA's office and DeKalb County Police Department, and from that the investigation began to come together. It was determined during this joint investigation that the victim, as well as possibly 3 other victims, were trafficked by these men that we have in custody at this moment in time. It was determined that these sexual servitude trafficking situations took place in DeKalb County, firmly in DeKalb County, and firmly in Fulton County. At this time, with the assistance of Detective Benton and Detective Marison with the DeKalb County PD's office and DeKalb County DA's office, we established a link to these subjects as well as to the victim. The subjects that we have in custody at this moment in time are Albert Wells, Eugene Smith, Talbot Blunt, and also subsequently during our investigation we determined there was another male that was charged, and his name is Levi Sears. At this moment in time, the main focus that we're having this press conference is to shed light on that we have one more outstanding suspect. That suspect's name is Harold Poole, H-A-R-O-L-D, P as in Paul, O-O-L-E. If anyone knows the whereabouts of Mr. Harold Poole, please call 911 or either Atlanta Police Crime Stoppers. You can you can call anonymously or for a possible award up to $2,000. The phone number for Crime Stoppers is 404-844-TIPS. 404-844-TIPS. This does remain to be an ongoing investigation. Like I said, we do have other victims out here that we're going to have to speak to and get them to identify our subjects. Anything pertaining to charges, the Public Affairs Office will speak to you all about these gentlemen's specific charges. I want to take a moment and just want to thank our partners with this investigation and with any other human trafficking investigation that we have. Just want everyone to know that local law enforcement and nationwide law enforcement, we are working together very profusely to stop this trafficking issues that we have in this country.